Old man, I found you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm here to save you.
Oh, my lady, you have two different colored eyes.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'm here to save you.
Oh, but they're the most beautiful blue and green I've ever seen.
Yes. That's okay. Let's not talk about that now. I'm gonna get you out of here. Are you able to walk?
Oh, I know you're graced and you'll be able to help me.
Oh, I suppose I'll be carrying you then. Let's go.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Mary.
And I'm Joe. And we're Book Buds.
And today we are talking about Graceling by Kristin Cashore. It's the first in a series that I love, and I had recommended this to Joe a while back. He finally read it, so now we can both talk about it, and I'm really excited. I really do think this is the first that you've read that I've recommended.
And I remember this was the first one that you told me to read.
A long time ago.
When we found out that we were book friends.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations? It was Graceling, because
Yes.
I remember the title. And it turns out that I had this book without even knowing it.
No, but I think, okay, so here's what happens. Joe buys books all the time.
Yeah.
And I really think, I recommended this to him like almost a year ago, and I think he went out and bought it.
More than a year.
Right back then. And then, you know, we carried on with our lives and we both kept reading, and then we became like true book buds. And then like we started talking about it again, and he's like, oh, I should read that. And I'm like, let me give you mine so you can read it. And he's like, oh my God, I have it at home. I think like you bought it because you just have to buy books and you had it all that time.
It's possible, but you know what? It's also possible I already had it.
I don't think so.
It's happened before.
Anyway, we should talk. Let's talk about the book. All right, so Graceling is really awesome, and the reason I recommended it to him was because I just loved how people have two different colored eyes, and it means that they're graced with some special power. And I tell people about this book all the time, and the example that I give is like, if you come across a person with two different colored eyes, they could be graced at making pizza, or they could be graced at killing people, and you don't know which it is. So you see somebody with two different colored eyes and you freak out because you're not quite sure.
I just realized that my friend has two different colored eyes.
Well, your friend is graced.
Just realized
You need to find out with what.
Megan, I'm coming for you.
What's your grace, Megan?
Oh my gosh.
Have you read Graceling, Megan?
Right. She's hiding it from me.
So when people are graced in this world, there's 7 different kingdoms. The kings want to have the special graced people at their side. Like if they're a fighter or anything that would be advantageous for them to have, then they take those graced people to have in their court. Otherwise, you know, the rest of them, if it's pizza making or whatever, they can go out and bake.
So Katza, the main character, is graced with the ability to kill with her bare hands.
She's awesome. She's quite the fighter.
Very skilled at it.
But now she doesn't like doing it. She feels badly about it. So I have to say, our scene that we did, I got a little carried away and I killed Joe a lot in that scene opening in the book. She doesn't actually kill them all. She just knocks them out. But I was really excited.
And it was very parkour.
Totally parkour. I don't think we're saying that right.
I think we are.
I don't know.
You did that jump, your hair went flying. So yes, her king is making her fight all his battles for him, and she has to like go here and kill this one and go there and kill that one, but sometimes she doesn't do it.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
She doesn't let him know that though. Mm-hmm. So back to the two colored eyes. This is like you can't hide. And some people do not like gracelings, so you cannot hide your grace because you have two different colored eyes. So you got to try to be incognito, and it's very difficult.
So part of this book is also about self-discovery for Katza, because while she's graced with this ability, she doesn't like doing it, and she's like developing her own sense of morals, and she's also discovering a lot about who she is. I don't want to say too much and spoil any of that, but there's a lot of self-discovery throughout the book, which is really very cool.
I love when she told the king to go screw himself.
That was fabulous, yeah.
Wasn't that great?
That was great that she was
I'm not going to kill for you, king. I'm my own person. I make my own decisions. I'm Katza.
She said it just like that.
Just like that. And she said, peace, and she walked out. And nobody could stop her because she would kill them.
That's right.
That was cool.
Yeah. So there's another layer of the story too, because in the beginning I rescue this old man, Joe, who's locked in a dungeon, and it's not really clear why this man was kidnapped. And so that's another thread going throughout the story, and there's a lot of confusion around that part of the storyline. And when that comes out at the end, it's very interesting why that all was orchestrated and what it leads to. So I can't say more there, but it's super cool.
So on one of her adventures, she comes across this guy that she has to fight, and she notices that he doesn't give in like the others do very easily, because he is also graced, it turns out. So he's not going down without a fight. So this is Prince Po, and they form a relationship, and things start to happen between the two of these guys.
I like that layer of the story, of course.
Yes.
That's my jam. There's parts that we're not talking about here, but after we're done doing a review of each one of the books for the series, Joe and I have committed that we are going to do like a complete reenactment of each of the books. Like we'll do like 5 scenes or so per book, slap it all together and make one big old movie. So we'll have some interesting scenes with Katza and Po, definitely a fighting scene between the two of them, and some other things that would be spoilers if we talked about them today. So if you haven't read it yet, get reading so you can watch our fun movie that's coming in a bit.
It's gonna be epic.
Totally.
All right, so we're gonna quickly rate the book. So for character development, we gave it a
9.
8.
She did a good job describing the characters. It was pretty easy to follow along with this story. Easy to get into.
So we're gonna rate the first chapter with a
9. We both agreed that the first chapter was very gripping. It was exciting. Good chapter.
I love the new world that she created.
Yeah.
I really do.
It was very cool. And for the plot,
10 out of 10. I feel like YA is hard because there's just so much out there, and like how many new worlds can you create and how many different little magical things can you do, but this was very unique.
Yeah, it really was. It's exciting.
Yeah. All right, for emotional involvement, we gave it a
9.
8.
I was very involved in the book.
So for the ending of this book, we rated it a
9.
8.
We're pretty consistent with our 9, 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gave it a 9, not a 10, only because I have this expectation for happily ever after in all my reads, and it wasn't exactly the happily ever after that I wanted. So, you know, can't get a 10 then for me. So overall, we agree that it is a 9-8, just like all the others.
8. It was a strong first book for this series.
I'm glad you finally read it.
Yes, me too. Thank you, Mary. I'll try to be better with more of your recommendations. The Cruel Prince is coming.
You're a very busy man.
So if you're enjoying Book Buds, give us a thumbs up.
And share us with your friends.
And subscribe to our channel, Book Buds!
I read this book too. It was stupendous. Be sure to subscribe.
Are you okay?
Who's there? Who's there?
Okay. Old man.
Take 3.